Welcome back to Thursday Thoughts. I've missed it the last few weeks, but I'm glad to be back here. And I had so much to say, it was hard to narrow it down. So I've kind of figured I've got it narrowed down to one topic with 3 points, a thank you, an encouragement, and a movie recommendation for over the break. So I'm going to start with the thank you. So yesterday, the entire upper school, 7th through 12th grade teachers, everybody, we got to load up and go over to the Alabama Shakespeare Festival to see their performance of The Sound of Music. And it was excellent. It was a wonderful time. We got to see our very own 7th grader, Emma Sonicson, play Brigitte, and she did a wonderful job. And the whole school had a great time, and it was just a lot of fun. And so today I was back in class, and someone mentioned, "Oh, I really enjoyed it," and somebody said, "Thanks. That was so much fun. I'd love to see more musicals like that." It was just they did a great job with it, and this was a teenage boy, right, saying this, and this set off a mini conversation, and people in the class were talking about how much they enjoyed it and just the different things they liked about it, and it made me stop for a moment and go, I love Eastwood. I love what I do here. I love getting to spend time with your children. They're good kids. You've done a good job with them in so many ways, and to have students that love to compete athletically, that love to work hard in the classroom, and that can still appreciate drama and art and music, and they're a unique bunch, and I love being around them. So thank you for choosing to partner with us, and thank you for sharing your children with us, because they're special kids. My second point is an encouragement from The Sound of Music. It actually comes from one of the songs. As we were watching it, it's the other day. There's a song that's not in the movie, so you may not recognize it, but the song is basically advice from Captain Von Trapp's friends on compromising and capitulating in some ways to the German invasion, to the Nazis as they come into Austria. And their encouragement is to be wise and to compromise, and not to bow down to them, but stoop your head a little, and to protect himself and to watch out for himself, to not put himself in danger. And by the end of the song, he recognizes that this is selfishness, that this is not acceptable, that he cannot serve the Nazis, and he can't compromise with them. And of course, by the end of the musical, he's and the story, he has to leave. He has to pack up his family and to leave, so that he does not have to be part of the Nazi regime. And so he loses his home and his wealth and his safety and his comfort and his peace, and he puts his family in danger because this is important. He cannot serve the Nazis. And it's a good reminder, I think, for us as Christians. We have to be willing to stand up for certain things. There are times when, as Christians, we are called to make a stand. That yes, there are times to compromise, and there are times to be as wise as serpents and as gentle as doves. But there are matters of salvation. There are matters of truth where we have to be willing to stand. And I think it's a good reminder for us that in the same way that Captain Von Trapp has to be willing to give it all up, to do the right thing, as Christians, sometimes that's what we're called to. And that brings me to my movie suggestion. It's not The Sound of Music, although that would be a great family Christmas time movie to watch. It's actually, it is a movie called The Insanity of God. And some of you may have seen it. But The Insanity of God is the story. It's really more of a documentary, but the story of a missionary, a family who goes to serve in the mission field and who suffers great personal loss because of it. And in their grief and searching for answers and searching, they go back out. This man goes back out to places where Christians live in um, persecution, in fear, and he interviews Christians who have suffered greatly for the cause of Christ, um, and who have lost everything, family and property and freedom, because they choose to worship Christ. And he asks them basically one question: is it worth it? Is it worth it to give all that up to worship Christ? And the resounding answer is a yes. And it is a fabulously well done documentary, and I think would be a great encouragement to any Christian, and certainly a great thing to kind of take in over Christmas if you have a chance. I encourage you, pick it up, rent it, um, and enjoy it. I think it would be a great watch. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a great weekend, and it's good to talk to you again.